Hi, I'm Sathya Shanmugam, Director of Program Management at FAIR. It's Food Allergy Awareness Week, and I'm excited to bring you this update on food allergy research and innovation. Let's start with treatments. It's still true that only one drug has been approved for the treatment of food allergy by the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration. That drug isn't an answer for everyone because it treats only peanut allergy and has been approved only for children aged 4 to 17 years. The good news is that FAIR is excited about what's on the horizon. There are nearly 20 ongoing or recently completed clinical trials studying new therapeutics to treat food allergy. So, what is a clinical trial? Before a treatment can be approved by the FDA, it must undergo several phases of study. And each phase has a different purpose. Phase 1 trials study a small number of individuals and test if a new treatment is safe. Now, during this phase, researchers determine the right medication dosage and study side effects. Phase 2 trials occur in a larger group of patients to see if a treatment is effective or works to treat an underlying condition. During this phase, safety is also further studied. Phase 3 trials continue to test a new drug or treatment in a larger group of people. Researchers confirm if the medication is effective, monitor side effects, and compare it to other treatments. Phase 4 trials find more information about long-term benefits and side effects. Many of the ongoing clinical trials are studying immunotherapies. Immunotherapy involves exposing the body to the problematic food allergen, starting with an exceedingly small amount and progressively increasing the dose to retrain the immune system and raise the threshold amount of food protein that results in an allergic reaction. The most common form of immunotherapy involves ingesting the problem food by mouth, for example, by eating the problem food, or holding a liquid that contains the food allergen under the tongue. Other ways to deliver allergens during immunotherapy are currently being studied. These include patches that are applied to the skin and even toothpaste. Immunotherapy is also being studied in combination with biologics. Biologic therapies are typically isolated from natural or living sources and may be produced by biotechnology methods, that is, grown in a lab. Proteins and antibodies are examples of biologics. 4 biologics are currently being studied for food allergy treatment. They are called omalizumab, ligelizumab, tezepelumab, and dupilumab. Each of these drugs can target part of the chain of events that causes an allergic reaction. These drugs are already approved by the FDA for other allergic conditions, such as asthma and hives. Finally, there are ongoing clinical trials studying non-biologic, small molecule drugs that inhibit allergic reaction mechanisms, probiotics that target the bacteria living in the gut, and a novel vaccine that combines virus-like particles with peanut protein. Now let's move on to diagnostics. Today, there are a handful of ways that doctors diagnose patients with food allergies, which include gathering a patient's full medical history, conducting an oral food challenge or OFC, skin prick testing, and blood testing. Blood tests can include allergen-specific IgE, basophil activation, or component-resolved diagnostics, or CRD, which is a lot like allergen-specific IgE, but even more specific to characterize which molecular components of each problem food can trigger a reaction in that individual patient. The testing methods in use today have several benefits to the patient, but some tools have a few shortcomings, such as the oral food challenge being able to test only a single food per office visit, or tests that require special knowledge to interpret results in the context of a patient's full medical history. Researchers are now investigating several other potential tools to diagnose food allergy and possibly offer more information about a patient's condition. One approach being studied is to detect cells that are activated in the body during an allergic reaction, such as basophils or mast cells, and to miniaturize and simplify these cellular activation tests so they can be performed in a doctor's office or clinic. Other investigational methods to diagnose food allergies look closely at certain types of white blood cells and their presence in the body, such as lymphocyte profiling or the genetic sequencing of B cells. Researchers are also investigating epitope mapping, which looks at specific sites on a given allergen that bind to the IgE antibody. Artificial intelligence, or AI, is gaining traction across many fields of research and medicine, and AI-generated clinical algorithms could be used to identify patterns in clinical data from food allergic patients to help us better understand the disease, so that we can someday predict a patient's risk of developing food allergies, the severity of their reactions, their cross-reactivity to other foods as well as to environmental factors, or even the likelihood that they will respond well to a given treatment. So why aren't these new tests available yet? Well, they all require validation, accuracy, and high predictive values for both positive and negative results. We need to be able to trust that a positive test result indicates a true allergy, and a negative result indicates that the food can be eaten safely. It can take many years and a significant amount of funding to develop and commercialize a test before it can be used in the clinic. To create and validate a new assay, development alone is very costly, requiring between $12 to $55 million to even just launch a product. By supporting clinical research, we hope to advance new, reliable testing options to the clinic and to offer more information and support to food allergy patients and their families. During Food Allergy Awareness Week, I urge you to consider donating to FAIR. Your contribution can make a real difference in supporting updates in food allergy research and innovation. Please visit FAIR's donation page today to help create a safer and healthier future for everyone affected by food allergies. Thank you for your support.